Good morning, everybody. Matt Modi here with the Dong Report, where I'm going to give you my favorite MLB home run picks for the day. So we're talking Saturday, August 24th. Happy Kobe Bryant Day. Happy Saturday. Hope you're all having a great weekend. As for today, I'm going to have 7 players on Dong Watch for you guys to lock in. The way I'm playing these today is a 5-leg Dong Robin that I'm risking 1 unit on total. And then I'm going to have 2 guys that I'm taking straight up that I'm not including in the round robin. Just based on the way the odds worked in the sports books and stuff, I'm not going to have all 7 in the round robin. Just going to have a 5-leg round robin and then 2 that I am taking straight up. Hopefully we have a better day today than we've had the past 2 days that have been absolutely brutal. I haven't gotten a single guy to hit a home run correct in the last 2 days, which obviously includes yesterday, which was another brutal home run day. Now, home runs are down across the board in the MLB as a whole over the past 2 days. It's been cold in the nation, so that makes sense. Warms up a little bit today, and next week things get hot again, so hopefully this is a blip in the radar in terms of these lack of home run games. But yesterday was brutal. We ended up being down over half a unit yesterday, 1.55 units. Now on the week, we are still squarely in the green, as Tuesday was amazing. Wednesday was incredibly amazing, up over 10 units on Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday have been terrible. So that's just kind of how things go. That's unfortunately the Dong betting life. Hopefully we can pick it up today. Would appreciate it if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not already. If you could like, comment this video, would appreciate that as well. I love reading through the comments of people giving out their own picks, seeing people get them correct all the time in the comments. So anything you have, put it in the comments, and if I like it, I'll tail it. And then the last thing I'll mention before the bangers is that I do have a Dub Club where I send all my plays out for $5 a month. If you're unfamiliar, Dub Club is just a service you can sign up for to have plays texted to you from people like me. I only charge $5 a month, get sent directly to your phone via text, email, or Telegram, depending on how you prefer. If you'd rather not watch the YouTube videos, or you'd rather just get plays immediately so you don't have to wait until the odds change, I point people to the Dub Club. If you're not interested in that, no harm, no foul. Let's start talking about dongs. Play number 1 of the round robin, I'm taking Jock Peterson to hit a home run. So Jock is not going to be on the list of guys that are mashing the baseball. He's not going to be on the top of the list of guys that I look at for hard hit, line drive, plus fly balls. But he hit the ball hard yesterday, and he has an incredible matchup today. One of the best matchups you can dream of for a left-handed hitter. We're talking Kutter Crawford pitching for the Red Sox. He is about as big of a dong ball pitcher as it gets. He has literally the worst home run per 9 in the MLB at 1.76. On the entire season, the worst home run per 9. You look at his last 10 starts, even worse. Home run per 9 of 2.66 in his last 10 starts. Against left-handed hitters, even worse than that. 17 of the 28 home runs he has allowed have come to lefties. He has been brutal on the season. He's been even more brutal recently, and he is extra brutal against left-handed hitters. It's a match made in Dong heaven. So hopefully this works out for Jock Peterson. The good news for Jock is, even though he hasn't been hitting the ball at an insane rate over the past week, he crushes fastballs. He's crushed fastballs on the entire season, and he's crushed them recently as well. Kutter Crawford throws a 4-seam fastball about 40% of the time. On the entire season, Jock Peterson has a barrel rate of just below 15%, a hard hit rate of 61%, and a 400 ISO rate against 4-seam fastballs. He's been hitting them hard recently as well. And yesterday, he didn't hit a home run, had a couple hard hits, including a including a hard hit flyout, which is what we like to see. We like guys that hit the ball hard, and we like guys that put the ball in the air. So I'm actually going to end up having 2 lefties in this game, but only 1 for the Dong Robin, which is going to be Jock Peterson. The other guy is one of the guys I'm taking straight. So we're going to get into him in a little bit. Play number 2 of the Dong Robin is Alli De La Cruz, who we love to hit a home run. Alli is going to be on the list of batters that has been smashing the ball recently. He has 8 hard hit, line drive plus fly balls over the past week. That's the 4th most in the MLB, and 7 of the 8 have come against right-handed pitching. So he's been absolutely annihilating right-handed pitching. 14% barrel rate, 60% hard hit rate against right-handed pitching over the past month. And again, 8 hard hit, line drive plus fly balls over the past week. 7 of the 8 have come against right-handed pitching. And the righty he's going up against, Jake Woodford, Little bit of a smaller sample size kind of guy. He's only made 5 starts on the year, but in those 5 starts, he has been just crushed. Home run per 9 of 1.67. Now, in 5 starts, a 1.67 home run per 9 isn't terrible, but if you were to just extrapolate that out, it'd be among the worst in the MLB. And the good news is, all 5 of the home runs that Jake Woodford has allowed have come against left-handed bats. Alli De La Cruz is a switch hitter who's better against right-handed pitching, and he will be batting lefty tonight. So it's another match made in dong heaven when you look at what the pitcher gives up versus what the batter hits. And Alli will see sinker as the most frequent pitch from Jake Woodford. Alli has crushed sinkers all year. 27% barrel rate, 64% hard hit rate, 545 ISO rate against sinkers on the year. And he's been on fire recently. Great matchup for Alli De La Cruz to hit a home run. Let's hope he does. Play number 3 of the Dong Robin is going to be Marcell Ozuna, who I like to hit a home run. Another dong ball pitcher that we are targeting today, this time Jake Irvin of the Nationals. So I mentioned how Cutter Crawford has the worst home run per 9 in the MLB over the last 10 starts, right? Cutter Crawford's the worst. Guess what? Jake Irvin, second worst. Home run per 9, 2.22 over his last 10 starts. The only pitcher worse than him is Cutter Crawford. Now, Irvin is technically worse against lefties. You look at his home run per 9, slightly higher against lefties. But he still is really bad against right-handed hitters. So it's not like he's extremely much better against really good English. It's not like he's much better against righties or anything like that. He's still really bad against righties. Over the last 2 months worth of starts, he has allowed a home run every 15 at-bats against right-handed hitters. That's terrible. Over the last 2 months, against left-handed batters, he's actually allowed a home run every 15 and a half at-bats. So he's slightly worse against righties, which is basically just saying he's equal. So in the last 2 months, it's been about equal in terms of how bad he's been versus righty versus lefties. The entire season is where he looks a lot worse against lefties. So not scared off of the righty versus righty matchup. Looking at Marcell Ozuna, he has hit 9 home runs off of right-handed pitching over the past month. And he has really, really good stats against the fastball, which is what he's going to see about 40%, a little bit less than 40% of the time against Jake Irvin. Jake Irvin also loves giving up home runs when throwing fastballs. He's allowed 7 home runs to righties off of his fastball over the past 2 months, combined 8 from every other pitch. So another match made in dong heaven with the hot batter, pitch mix, all that good stuff. That's what we're targeting today, hot batters versus cold pitchers. Let's hope that comes through. Nice way to break out of a slump is to target plays like these. So play number 4 for the Dong Robin is going to be Corey Seager. Now, Seager is not quite annihilating the baseball in the past week or so, 10, 14 days that he was prior to that. He's still seeing the ball pretty well. He's still hitting the ball pretty hard. And he has another awesome matchup today. So I feel good riding with him today. Yesterday, Seager was 2 for 4 at the plate, 1 double, another hard hit, which is nothing that's going to get him into the Hall of Fame, but at least he's not completely lost at the plate. That's the most important thing. And if you look at the last month, you're going to say Seager's the hottest hitter in baseball. But a lot of that work is admittedly being done or was done 3 to 4 weeks ago as opposed to 1 to 2 weeks ago. But with that said, month is still within the time frame that we like to see. And he has a dream matchup today going up against Ben Lively of the Guardians. Now, we'll get into Ben Lively first in a second here. But really what I'm trying to get home here is that this is not a play on Corey Seager because he's been hitting the ball at a high rate over the past 7 days. His hard hit line drive plus fly balls over the past 7 days, nothing to write home about. Over the past month, he's like 3rd in the MLB in that category. So that's kind of what we're looking at here with Corey Seager. But in terms of the matchup, Ben Lively, again, pitching for the Guardians, another dong ball pitcher who Seager has already taken yard this year. Over his last 10 starts, Lively has the 5th worst home run per 9 in the MLB at 1.81. So he's not quite Cutter Crawford, not quite Jake Irvin level bad, still a top 5 pitcher level bad. And he predominantly throws 4-seam fastballs. Seager annihilates 4-seam fastballs. Very confident that Seager is going to go yard for us tonight. That's play number 4. Now, play number 5 is our last play of the round robin. We're going with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now, technically, the book that offers the best odds combined with all these guys is actually Bet365. Normally, I place these round robins on FanDuel. Today, I'm placing them on bet 365 because you're just getting a little bit better odds. Now, if 365 is not legal in your state, go ahead and place this bad boy on FanDuel. You're still going to make some money. You would just make a little bit more on 365. So as for Vlad, again, last play of the Dong Robin. Vlad had the day off yesterday, so nice and fresh, ready to hit some dongs for us today. And he's not quite launching the ball at the same rate of guys like Alli De La Cruz or Seager if you look at the past month. But he's still been hitting the ball somewhat hard over the past week. He's kind of in between the Corey Seagers and the Alli De La Cruzes of the world over the past 7 days. And the good news is he's been hitting right-handed pitching really, really hard over the past week. So past 7 days, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has 6 hard hit line drive plus fly balls. Again, total, which is not amazing, not terrible, not amazing. Legitimately, all 6 are against right-handed pitching. So that's what he's been seeing well over the past week. And as I'm sure you can guess, he's facing a righty tonight. Carson Fulmer pitching for the Angels. Not quite a full-time starting pitcher, also not quite a reliever / opener. He's yet to pitch past 4 innings since he's become a starter, which happened in July 8th. But that still also should mean 2 at-bats for Guerrero Jr. That also means hopefully a bunch of bullpen guys that Guerrero Jr. has the advantage over, just not Ben Joyce, anybody but him. But since Fulmer became a full-time starter, again, that happened about July 8th, again, he hasn't made it past the 4th inning, but in those starts, he's got a home run per 9 of 1.80, and against right-handed hitters specifically, 2.00. So still really, really bad numbers in terms of home runs allowed. And even though, again, this is another righty versus righty matchup, not scared off because the pitcher has been hit hard by righties, and the batter has been hitting righties hard. Good to go there. Another situation where the most frequent pitch thrown by the pitcher is a 4-seam fastball, which Guerrero annihilates fastball. They're his best pitch to hit by far. 12% barrel rate, 58% hard hit rate against 4-seam fastballs. His last 10 at-bats against 4-seamers, 7 hard hits, and that includes swings and misses. So I'm not even talking about his hard hit rate. I'm just talking about hard hits in his last 10 at-bats against fastballs. 7 hard hits. The next pitch he'll see is a sinker, which admittedly he does not hit as well, but the pitch after that is a slider, which he does hit really well. So hopefully he gets a slider or a fastball that he sends to the moon. Rounding out our round robin of the day. Again, place this on bet 365. I am risking 0.1 units per individual parlay of the round robin. So it's going to be 1 unit total risked on this. For me, that's $10. So I'm putting on $10 on the round robin times 2 for 1 unit risked. Not terrible. 2 guys hit a home run. We're in the green. As for the straight bets, play number 1 of the straight bets is Corbin Carroll, putting a quarter unit on him to hit a home run at plus 600 odds at BetMGM. Now, Carroll, we went with him yesterday. He actually had a really good game overall, just didn't get one to go out of the stadium. You look at his at-bats yesterday. He had the 2 hardest hits of the entire game. Average exit velocity, or one had an exit velocity of 110 miles per hour. Another one, exit velocity of 107.8 miles per hour. Just didn't have the launch angle on either of them, so they didn't make it out of the stadium. But heading into yesterday, he was one of the guys that was leading the MLB in terms of hard hit, line drive, plus fly balls. And while he didn't have any of those yesterday, still hitting the ball incredibly hard, which is what we like to see. Been on fire recently, which is why we went with him yesterday. And he crushes 4-seam fastballs from right-handed pitching. And I already mentioned the pitcher. Remember, Cutter Crawford is pitching for the Red Sox against Corbin Carroll. Crawford, as you remember from 10 minutes ago, loves giving up home runs to lefties, loves throwing the fastball, which Corbin Carroll has crushed over the past month when he's been on fire. So, love Corbin Carroll to come through for us. The way the odds work are if he hits a home run and nobody else does, we will be green for the day. The same is true for the next guy that we are taking straight up, not putting in a round robin, James Wood to hit a home run, plus 830 odds at FanDuel. Crazy high odds for him. I'm putting I'm putting less than a quarter unit. I'm putting 0.2 units on him to hit a home run. For me, that's $20. Whatever 0.2 unit is for you, put on James Wood to hit a home run. Same thing here. If he hits a home run and nobody else does, we will be green for the day. I absolutely love this play. I would put it in the round robin if FanDuel had the best odds across the board, because Even though he's at plus 830, he's maybe got the best matchup of anybody. He's going up against old man Charlie Morton of the Braves. Now, technically, if you look at the last 2 months, Morton has been crushed by right-handed hitters more so than lefties. But it's still a right-handed pitcher versus left-handed hitter matchup. So generally that favors the batter. And just because Morton has been giving up a ton of home runs to righties, it's not like lefties can't hit him, right? And Wood has been on fire. He's been incredible. Last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching, 15% barrel rate, 58% hard hit rate. But even better is the pitch mix of what he will see from old daddy Charlie Morton. Four-seam fastballs, actually the second most frequent pitch. The most frequent is going to be a curveball. So in order, curveball about 50% of the time. After that is a four-seam fastball. Now, it hasn't been a massive sample size, but look at what James Wood has done against curveballs from righties over the past 2 weeks. 105 miles per hour off the bat, 375-foot double. 107.8 miles per hour off the bat, didn't have the launch angle. 102.1 miles per hour off the bat for a 389-foot flyout. That's 3 of his last 4 at-bats against curveballs. So people are gonna say, well, he hasn't hit a home run off a curveball. Why is this a good matchup? I'm gonna tell you 2 that easily could have been home runs if he just hit it to a different part of the stadium or a different stadium, and 3 balls that it absolutely nuked. Similarly, he hits fastballs really, really hard as well. 4 hard hits in his last 6 at-bats against fastballs, 106.7 miles per hour off the bat. 107.5 miles per hour off the bat for a mammoth 417-foot home run. That was against Jeff Hoffman, the Phillies' best reliever. Sent that one to the moon. 97.8 miles per hour off the bat. 106.3 miles per hour off the bat against Zach Wheeler, one of the best pitchers in the MLB. Now he's going up against basically someone who he's minutes away from dying of old age, in Charlie Morton, who's been allowing home runs like it's his job. And we're getting James Wood for plus 830 odds. That's the kicker here, plus 830 odds. There's a fly flying in my face. Hopefully that means Wood gets one to fly out of the stadium, but that's all we got. So a 5-leg Dong Robin for 1 unit risk, 2 straight bets for 0.45 units risk total, quarter unit on Corbin Carroll, 0.2 units, so $20 for me on James Wood. Any combination of 2 batters that hit a home run, we will be green for the day. Any combination of 3, we will be very green. And if we get any one of the straight bets to hit a home run, we will be green for the day. A lot of ways in which we can be profitable, but guys have to start hitting the ball over the fence, which hasn't happened in the past 2 days. Confident that changes today, and that's all we got. Appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to check out the Dub Club if you are interested, and have a good one.